Well, why don't you quit having so many comments? If you want us to leave the show, then vanish. If you vanish, then we're not relevant because you're going to have, I got too many queens actually. So, only got like 30% haters, which y'all don't hate me. What you do is, you just got to have someone to talk about, and I'll be that person.
All right, boom. So basically, Angela's saying that she's not the problem with the show. We're the problem with the show because we are watching the show and choosing to watch the show and choosing to dislike her. And she believes that there's only a small portion, a small percentage of people that watch the show and dislike her. Because in her reality, well, her being on the show, behaving the way she does is acceptable. And because she believes that she has more people that like her and less people that dislike her, therefore all the people that are therefore all the people that don't like her are so small that we are all pretty much irrelevant. Right, okay. Right. All right.
Talk about it to me. Listen, they let them hate. You know what? Let them hate. Because you know what I found out in my life experience, queens, that it doesn't matter what you show people, certain people, the truth, the facts, they're still going to plot evil. So let them. I can't change people. And when you bring facts to the table and people still don't, acknowledge it, what can you do?
Okay, I mean, I agree with that statement, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't facts usually come with evidence? I mean, listen, even opinions also do come with evidence, right? So here's the thing. If you're somebody who's giving people facts and you're not bringing the evidence, well, then your facts really and truly can just be seen as your say. If you bring an opinion, sometimes you also need to bring in evidence to back up your opinion. Otherwise, in the same situation, it's just hearsay, she say, whatever say, you know what I mean? So Angela can continue talking about how she is innocent or whatever the hell she's trying to tell us here. But unless you're showing us evidence of certain things, then what the hell are you telling us? Because you're not telling us necessarily a fact, nor are you even telling us your opinion, which obviously you couldn't because obviously it's your life experience, right? So really and truly, you're just telling us your side of the story that we are choosing to not believe because you are not giving us the evidence to believe your side of the story. You know what they say, right? There's 3 stories. You have his story, her story, and the truth. And really and truly, the truth is something that we have to witness ourselves to really know who is telling the truth. And usually speaking, we need someone that's there that obviously saw it, or we need evidence. In this situation, we need evidence. But okay.
I mean, no matter what kind of facts I bring to certain people's table, they're still going to make it out to be not the facts, So who cares? Enjoy your life. Life's too short. So I'm going to enjoy mine from now on. I've been in 7 years of hell.
7 years of hell. You know what's so interesting about that? Didn't you choose to be in 7 years of hell all because you just wanted to be famous? So the question is this fame that you've gained over the past 7 years, this hell you talk about, was it worth it or was it not worth it? Because as far as I'm concerned, you cannot say it was hell because clearly you have benefited from this 7-year relationship in many ways that you wouldn't have beforehand. So I really do contest whether or not this was 7 years of hell or 7 years of exactly what Angela's always wanted, and that is being in the spotlight as well as also using the money to pretty much transform herself. Whether or not that transformation has worked is a different conversation. So really and truly, I don't believe you when you say that it was 7 years of hell for yourself. It may have been 7 years of hell for Michael because, well, in those 7 years, immediately he wasn't getting a single penny because all the money was going to you and you was not sending it to him. Well, apart from the times when, of course, you told him not to work, so therefore you'd give him some money. But really and truly, the money that you had, you used it all on yourself. So if anything, the person that definitely had 7 years of hell was the person that at this moment in time seemed to have not benefited in any kind of financial way whatsoever. So again, I do ask, 7 years of hell, but have you not benefited like financially by quite a lot? as well as also getting your dream of being famous? Right. I mean, if you're going to tell us your side of the story, at least make it sound believable. Because right now, your side of the story is lacking facts. And yeah.
So much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless. God bless. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't forget, please go buy my.
So of course, Angela took her time to mock Michael, which is obviously evidence and proof that she obviously does spend a lot of time watching any live stream that he does. So that means right now, whenever Michael goes live, whether it be TikTok or anywhere else, Angela is on it. She's got all of her notifications on. She's there to watch. She's there to observe, and she's there to see if she can say anything to try and pick on him for. Obviously, as of right now, she hasn't got anything against him in terms of what he said in the live stream because, well, he doesn't say anything, to be honest with you. I've got to say, his live streams are pretty much boring, very repetitive. And I won't lie to you, what she did do there in terms of mocking him, the accuracy was freaking real. I can't even deny that, to be honest with you. But either way, though, it is proof that right now she's still pretty much online stalking him, or should I say cyber stalking him. But that's just my opinion on the matter based on what she just did there. Oh, look, I just made an opinion based on evidence presented for me, you see? My opinion was based on what she said. Oh, look at that, you see? An opinion also needs to have some form of evidence. Otherwise, it's just hearsay, she say, right? And Angela is always telling us facts without no evidence. So that's why it's always hearsay, she say, but whatever.
Someone said he's on IG and he was in Texas. I said, look, I don't care where he's at. I just like, I'm responsible for a person. I'm going to make sure I know where they're at. I'm not definitely want to see nobody. And this is the thing. You just said 2 months ago you was in Nigeria. Can y'all catch that?
Well, there we go. We've definitely got the confirmation that, I guess we didn't need the confirmation, but we obviously know that Angela is still responsible for Michael, which is something that is probably burning deep in her, knowing that she has to be responsible for this man for however long, whether it's 5 or 10 years, whoo-wee. But to be honest with you, at the same time though, would I want to come to America knowing that Angela Deem's going to be responsible for anything that I do? I mean, does it really affect Michael knowing that obviously Angela's responsible for him? I guess maybe not, but just knowing that you're attached to her for however many years. Yeah, I couldn't do that, to be honest with you. Could not do that. I don't even know if I even respect it, to be honest with you. That's just the grand scheme of things. But yeah, Angela is obviously still responsible for this man, and obviously that's something that's going to be burning her for a very long time. And to be honest with you, I've noticed that she's becoming very active on social media as of late. I wonder if she's trying to really bump up her numbers because she knows that she's on her way out of the show and she needs the numbers to be quite high, so therefore she can continue profiting some way, somehow, once she's obviously off the show. That's, of course, if she's off the show, but whatever.
They just said no.
And when I say off the show, I don't mean necessarily this season. I mean after this season is finished, because she is still scheduled to be on this season, I believe, in about 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Okay, just saying. I'm sure you are, because you think you're going to be on a show, but that'll never happen again on my network.
So when she spoke about this bit here, about being on a show again on my network, I believe there was a comment that she's obviously referring to, and that comment seemed to have not really been there. But I know sometimes the comments are a bit delayed when people are talking. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I don't really see the comment that she was actually referring to stuff in particular, but I'm assuming she's talking maybe about Michael being on a 90-day single life. That's my only assumption on that one itself in particular. And maybe she's trying to say that, hey, she's not going to be in the show because I am this network. I'm not too sure about that one, because that one was a bit hazy, but I'll let you have your own thoughts on what she meant on that one.
Happen again on my network. No, honey. So if all you women are just flocking in an illusion, not why I'm with them. Trust me.
Not while I'm with him. Does that mean that Angela is not going to give this man a divorce? Let's just play that back again to make sure that we heard that correctly.
An illusion? Not why I'm with him.
Did she say that? Not while I'm with him? Let me know, because that's what I heard to myself in particular. So if that's what she's saying, then maybe she's saying that Michael will always be attached to me as long as I'm still married to him. Damn. So to be fair with you, now I go back to what I was saying before. Would I want to be in these days knowing that Angela Deem is responsible for me? Well, you know what? Let's add a new stipulation to that conversation. Would I want to be in the USA knowing that I'm married to Angela Deem and she's probably never going to give me my divorce? And even if she does give me the divorce, it's going to be a long time from now. Ooh wee, yeah, she's about to make this man's life hell. Now, don't get me wrong, does this stop him from dating other women? Absolutely not. But does it stop him from obviously building a love connection that would lead into a marriage? Not necessarily stop his love connection, but it would definitely stop him being able to get married again to anybody else in the States. Oh, I wonder how that can affect him visa-wise, though. You know, knowing that. Now I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect him, to be fair with you, but damn. And this is another reason why she always going to want to know his whereabouts. She doesn't want to know his whereabouts all the time just because of the connection with the sponsorships or whatever it is. It's probably because, you know, if she knows where he's at, she can spy on him, see who he's talking to, and therefore if he ever tries to find love with anybody else, she's gonna be there to say, nope, not allowed. Because you know what they say, right? If I can't have you, nobody can have you. And that's probably the situation we're looking at right now when it comes to Michael and Angela. Wow. Damn. 7 years to be trapped. 7 years of a one hell of a relationship with Angela, feeling like as if you can't breathe, to now know that you've obviously run away from her, but she still has that hold on you. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Yo, Michael, you're crazy. You need to go see someone. Nah, that 7 years was not worth it, bro. Definitely was not worth it. But let me know if I misheard that, though. But let's continue.
First thing. Yeah, remember I told you I'm going to be in a movie. It's going to be a little bit. But, yeah. Maybe my own. Maybe not. Maybe somebody else's.
Well, as you saw, she finished off by talking about how she's going to be in a movie. Now, whether or not that is her just saying something for the sake of saying something, or if that is something that is generally going to be true, I guess we have to wait and see. But let's be real though, whatever the movie is going to be, it's probably going to be a straight to DVD movie. That's if it even makes a DVD, or is it going to be a straight up online type situation? Could just be a YouTube video. Who knows? But hey, right now she's under the influence that she's going to be in a movie. She's going to be a movie star. Well, we shall wait and see. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below, and we can most certainly talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.